Good afternoon, Rotarians and guests. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Toledo. Today we'll have another great program with Justin Carter from the Hollywood Casino. Now I'd like to ask Mike George to come to the podium to deliver a reflection, and then I have Sarah West lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear God, we thank you for the gift of entertainment, for the ability to lose ourselves in the things we enjoy doing. We thank those whose hard work and diligence allows us the time to relax. When we feel stressed, we thank you for places to have fun. When we feel tired, you allow us to be strengthened. Help us realize that all good things are through you and that you created us with a capacity for enormous joy and happiness. Let us remember to share that joy and happiness with all we meet as a reflection of your undying love. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mike and Sarah. As we begin our meeting today, I'd like to thank and acknowledge Max Reddish with Danbury as this month's sponsor. I'm told we do not have any visiting Rotarians today, but if anyone else has a guest whom they would like to introduce, I would ask that you go to the floor mic, please, and so we can see and hear you.
Who wants to go first? We'll go behind.
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Today I have with me Sam Chang and Logan Sander of Midstory.
Welcome. Nice to have you here.
President Dick and fellow Rotarians, I'd like to introduce my friend, Officer Bruce Kramer. Bruce is a decorated veteran of Toledo Police and hopefully a member of our club soon.
Welcome, Bruce. Good to have you. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Adam Fineski, currently the superintendent at Sylvania Schools, but he's coming over to the bright side, beginning the superintendency at Ottawa Hills Schools on August 1st, and it's my honor to hand off that gavel to him after serving the school district for 9 years. Currently a member of Sylvania Rotary, but we'll look for him to transfer to this great Rotary Club. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Adam. Nice to have you here. Now would be a great time to check into social media to let everyone know you're at the Rotary Club of Toledo, also to like us on Facebook, and then I ask that you please silence your phones for the rest of today's meeting. We had a fantastic time on Saturday night at our Black Tie Affair at Parkway Place. I want to thank our sponsors who were so gracious, and I especially want to thank the committee, the Black Tie Affair Committee, headed up by Hannah Murad and a series of folks. You saw their names up there. Hannah and your committee, please stand up so we can again give you the recognition you deserve for a great event. And I want to thank especially Honorary Chairman Walt Churchill, Guest of Honor Joe Napoli, and a special thank you to Rotarians Chuck Mann and Tom Walton, who put together one of the funniest roasts I've ever seen of Joe. It was just very enjoyable, so thank you to everyone who participated. Want to announce that we have preliminary numbers as what we raised at the event for our transformational projects. We came up with almost $40,000 just from the paddle up alone, which was fantastic. Our golden ticket and golden key sales were a little over $10,000. And let's see, I have one more number here. The live auction was a little over $12,000. We had a lot of money come in before the show, donations. We've had some come after the show. We think we're going to be between $80,000 and $100,000 for raising funds on Saturday. It was a true Rotary team effort, and again, I appreciate what everyone did to make the event successful. Moving on, we're going to have a new member reception on June 26th, hosted by my law firm, Spengler Nathanson, 900 Adams Street. Spouses and significant others are also encouraged to attend, and we encourage all Rotarians to attend that event because it's great for the new members to meet people who are already in the club and learn even more about our club. So again, that's June 26th. It's a Wednesday evening, starts at 5 o'clock, 900 Adams. You'll see more about that in the spoke. Next week, we will be celebrating years of service in our club. We'll be celebrating 5-year increments in membership. And if you are involved, you will receive an invitation with a request for an RSVP. I'd now like to invite Executive Director Kathy Tate for an important announcement and also to introduce a new member.
Thank you, President Dick. Sorry, I have to borrow this. Fellow Rotarians, thank you. So one reason we join Rotary for many reasons, but we want to do the service, we also want to network, and we also want to make others aware of what we do in business. For me personally, when I need something, I'll just use furnaces as an example. If I need my furnace cleaned or looked at, I have called on Tom Fry. I even called him at 11 o'clock one winter night. So I'm always more apt to call someone in Rotary for anything that I need, and I think we all feel that way. And so with that in mind, and as another opportunity that I want to share with you, we currently have this directory. And over the years, we've tried to go to a full online electronic directory type culture, and it works for some. But many of us like to have this printed directory. I'm the executive director, so I have one in my car, one at home, one everywhere. But all of you get one, mostly. But we use them, and we make notes in them. So for this current or next Rotary year, I want to change the format from this to this. And I also want to offer an opportunity, and I've shared it once, that I'm selling advertising in this. And the reason I'm selling advertising in it is, one, to pay for the cost of it. So it's a bottom line off the club's budget, or it helps with that. The other is it promotes your business. So that's what I'm looking for. The other side. So on your tables, I just want to share with you, we just put a pricing out on some of the tables, but not many because I couldn't get copies. This actual directory is from the Shreveport, Louisiana. They're the ones that gave me the example. But just so you know, we've already sold the back cover, so that's going to be top hat, valet parking, and we sold the inside front cover last week to the Toledo Community Foundation. And so on your little sheet that you would have on your table, there may only be a couple, but it will say sold. But please reach out to me if you have any interest. This is a great opportunity, I think, to showcase your business and to let others know you're in business. Because I think, we're all in business to do business. So if you take a look at that, I want to make sure that you're aware of it. And now I would like to invite Sarah West to join me at the podium as her sponsor. I'd like to introduce Sarah West as a new Rotarian. Sarah is Assistant Vice President, Compensation and Workforce Technology at Welltower. Her areas of responsibility include executive and broad-based compensation, human capital operations, analytics, and planning. She is a member of the company's women's network at Welltower called CORE. Ms. West is passionate about partnering with mission-driven and innovative companies. She'll be a great asset to our club. Prior to joining the company in 2011, she was Human Resources Project Manager at International Justice Mission in Washington, D.C. And during her 7-year tenure there, she served in various leadership roles, providing project management for various human resources initiatives. She completed her master's in organization development from Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio, Tom Walton's place. She also is a Society for Human Resources Management Senior Certified Professional and has a bachelor's degree in math education from Taylor University in Upland, Indiana. Fellow Rotarians, please join me in welcoming Sarah West.
Welcome, Sarah. It's great to have you with us. And now I'd like to invite Shireen Murad to the podium to introduce another new member.
Hello. Today, I am introducing Matt Bell. Matt Bell is a personal friend of mine. I've considered him a friend for about 20 years. Because of Rotary, we were able to reconnect and now become close friends again after he spoke at one of our meetings last year. Growing up in a small town like Oregon, you tend to know the whole town, which is one of my favorite things about Toledo. Matt was someone that is incredibly charismatic, fun, and positive person. Since the moment I met him, we won't go into details of how much fun we had. My mom is in the audience. So Matt did graduate from St. Francis, though. He left us and went to a private school in 2005, and he earned an academic and athletic scholarship to the University of Toledo, where he played baseball. I can say he was truly a talented individual. However, after a shoulder injury, he became addicted to painkillers and that were prescribed to him, and one thing led to another, from jail, arrests, and overdoses, became his reality. Although they were never anything he foresaw or dreamt of. Today, Matt serves as the president and co-founder of Team Recovery, his nonprofit organization, the CEO and co-founder of Midwest Detox Center, Midwest Recovery Center, Ohio Detox Center, Ohio Treatment Center, and he's also the COO of a Midwest region of his National Behavioral Health Agency, Amos Health. He uses his past and his biggest liabilities as an asset to help the individuals and families who are suffering from this disease every single day, to carry on an important message to our youth and to all of you as well. Matt has an 8-year-old son who attends St. Rose in Perrysburg, and he will hopefully be getting engaged soon to one of the most wonderful women I've ever met. President Dick and fellow Rotarians, please help Matt get involved in Rotary and also give him a very warm welcome.
Sarah and Matt, welcome to Rotary. It's great to have both of you. And now I'd like to ask Rotarian Joe Sharp to come up and introduce today's speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce Justin Carter, the General Manager of Hollywood Casino Toledo. In addition to Toledo, he oversees the operations of the Hollywood Gaming Mahoning Valley, located outside of Youngstown. Justin has over a decade of gaming and industry experience and started his career with Caesars Entertainment. He's held leadership roles with the companies Bohemian Project and Caesars Casinos in both Atlantic City and Kansas City. Justin has also held international roles in South Africa and England. In 2015, Justin joined Penn National Gaming and quickly became the general manager for all 3 Penn National Gaming Tunica casinos. Justin received a bachelor's degree at Dartmouth College and an MBA from Purdue University. He is a native of New Orleans. Please welcome Justin.
All right, so thank you very much for having me. Thanks to everybody, thanks to Dick and Joe. Thank you for the great introduction. It makes me feel a lot more important than I probably actually am, so thank you for that. Before I get started, I'd also like to welcome some of our people from our team. We have Michael Ka'ahanui, who is our VP of Marketing at the casino, and we also have our CFO, who's my favorite person because he issues checks, Mark Begrin. So thank you guys very much for showing up. So today I just wanted to talk quickly just a little bit about where we are as a casino, kind of the state of the business, and more importantly, you know, what we have forward to look for as we feel like we are a huge part of the Toledo community. The community has been so welcoming to Hollywood Casino and to Penn National Gaming as we came into the market 7 years ago. So thanks to everyone in Toledo who made it possible, and hopefully you'll have some exciting things to look forward to in the future. So just to go back, so as you can see, year to date, you see us there at 88, close to 89 million in revenue as we're to May. So that's selling a lot of crab legs to those of you who attend our place on Saturdays. And as you can see, we're one of the top performing businesses when you talk about gaming in Ohio. So we're very proud of what we've been able to achieve in Toledo, and it's all due to the community that we operate in. This is a quick look at May of Toledo, and as you can see, year over year, we had a great May, and we're happy that the market is growing. The foundations of the business are very strong, and as you can see, for all those who tell you that casinos don't pay, 90% was paid back in slots, so you can tell them that's not what Justin said going forward. So a little bit about our casino, Hollywood Toledo. It was established in 2012, so we just hit our 7th year anniversary. We have about 900 team members, and typically I'm wearing a suit or a sports coat or something like that, but today we actually are celebrating our Team Member Appreciation Day. So I'm gonna quickly go from here to some jumping castles and funnel cakes and all of those things as we've essentially converted our back parking lot into a carnival. So those are the types of things we try to do for our team members, just to engage them, their families and friends, so that they could actually share and what their family members do. So the 900 team members at the casino, 2,000 slot machines, 50 table games. To date, since the inception, we've paid out over 300 million in jackpots and almost a half of, 500 million in taxes. So we have been a big part of the Toledo community, and we hope to be a contributor going forward. But 500 million in taxes is a great injection, whether it be going to schools or roads. That's what we really are about, and we feel like we are part of the community here at Toledo Casino. One thing we try to do in the community is we really try to be involved. And one of the things we did this year, we actually had a week of giving. So during this week of giving, we really wanted to just focus on everything we could do, whether it was a blood drive, whether it was donating socks with Hannah Socks, or whether it was a Relay for Life, which is a huge organization for our company. We really wanted to pack the week with as much community activity as we can to really highlight what we do all year round in our Toledo community. And as you can see from the pictures, we also help build playhouses for children. So many members of our team came to help in that project. And let me tell you, it's no greater feeling than when you turn over that playhouse to a family in need. And it was a mother, a single mother, her mother, and 3 kids. And, it was such a humbling experience to see the joy in their face as we were able to turn over that playhouse and to know the enjoyment that family was going to have because of the fruits of our labor and my shiny paint job right there on the rainbow. So, that's something that we try to do, is engage in the communities because that's not only where we operate in, but our 900 team members, they're all local. So that's where we work in, that's where we play, and we want to give back as much as we can to our communities. One interesting thing about our property, it's not just about crab legs, even though they're delicious. We actually have one of only 2 Forbes 4-star rated restaurants. So we do have a Forbes 4-star restaurant here in Toledo, and that's our Final Cut Steakhouse. And we're extremely proud of that, and we really want to highlight that and let people know when they come to Toledo, you don't just have to go to the casino to game. You can also come and enjoy a very, very amazing meal, and we try to highlight that as much as possible. We've had Forbes 4-star for quite a few years now, and those standards are quite high. And so we'd like to keep those standards, and we like to submit ourselves so when people come to Toledo, they know that we're serious about our food. And from my waistline, as I've moved to Toledo, we're extremely serious about our food, and we have a community that really appreciates that. So as part of our efforts to really highlight what we do, we started these swirl evenings. And so these evenings, we might have a sommelier come to the casino at our restaurant and do wine tastings and whiskey tastings and beer tastings. And I know you're wondering, when does Justin actually work? I promise I do, some part in there. But as you can see from some of the things we had a bourbon tasting. We started off with a wine tasting, and we have cocktail tastings coming around. So we try to do these activities really to engage the community with something fun and exciting, as we see ourselves as a full entertainment venue. It's just not about the gambling. We really want to be a place where you can come and enjoy a host of things that we offer. One other thing we try to do is really partner. So whether it be through partnerships in the community, as you can see, we partner with ProMedica this year in their summer concert series. We really want to engage in all of the activities that people in Toledo engage in. So we partner with ProMedica, and we're a headline sponsor for the summer concert series. And what we do is we offer a way that you can essentially park and ride. So you can park at our place, have a meal. Of course, we give you some money to gamble with because we are a casino. And then you could actually take transportation to and fro the summer concert series. So it was just our way not only to partner with ProMedica, but to engage in the things that our local community likes to do. And being new to town, I'd never been to a summer concert series, but I was told that's where I needed to be. So it was great. And we had the first one with Brett Michaels, who I had a chance to meet, and shameful on me because I was a huge fan of that show, Rock of Love, and I'd have my family tape it when I lived in South Africa, and I buried those tapes so far, so don't tell anybody that, but it was a really, really wonderful event, and ProMedica does such a great job activating that space that we're extremely proud to be partners with them, and we look to be partners for a very long time going forward, not only with ProMedica, but with other entities in the community. One other thing we try to do is we started off at the casino. We used to have these really, really elaborate shows outside. But since then, we've really taken things inside. And so we do a host of free concerts. And one of those free concerts that we do on Saturday nights is we do tribute bands. And we also sprinkle in national acts. And they're all free. The only catch is you have to be 21 and older so you can get in the doors. But if you are, we really like to do these acts for free so that people could come in and enjoy what we have going on. And so we just submitted a deal. I think you may be the first people to know, but for those of you who love war, of Why Can't We Be Friends fame and some other great songs and hits they've had over the years, we have them performing on September 1st. So we love to do these national acts and tribute bands, and we like to do them just out in the open for free so that people could come and enjoy everything we have to offer. So please come on out to that. That's going to be an amazing time. I've seen them do a show and talk about a great set of guys. I remember we had war at another venue that I was at, and these guys, they're flying in from California because I guess that's where most artists live. And so their flight was delayed. And so they call and they're like, we can't get there. The flight's delayed. And these guys were 3 hours late. So as you can imagine, things were getting a bit rough in a concert venue 3 hours late. So these guys had their bags, and talk about not prima donna artists. They had their bags, they ran in the concert venue. You know, I'm holding a suitcase. They get on stage and absolutely did one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life. And I was like, no, that's true professionals. You know, no jet lag, no nothing. They just came on stage, no costumes, and just performed. So I am extremely proud to have them here in Toledo, and I hope you come out to see them. Great group of guys. As you can see, we get quite busy on these concerts, so that's Blue Oyster Cult. For those of you who like the cowbell, of course you know who they are. And as you can see, it's a few thousand people packed into the casino watching them play. And once again, another great group of guys, you know, asking them about the cowbell, you know, tongue in cheek. And they actually said, you know what, that's the greatest thing that's happened to our band. You know, we thought everybody forgot about us. All of a sudden, you know, Saturday Night Live does a skit and we're back in the game and performing at Hollywood. So great group of people. And as you can see, it's quite a lively environment when these artists come to town. So we're looking forward to that and keeping that going for many, many years to come. We also have a special thing. I think I'm releasing all of the trade secrets here today. So Robert Irvine, for those of you who love Restaurant Impossible or his extremely large biceps, Robert Irvine, you know, we have a partnership with him in Las Vegas, and we actually have his restaurant in our Tropicana casino. And Robert, you know, what a great guy, down to earth, one of the most personable people you ever want to meet. He's coming to town, and we have him coming that first weekend in August. And what he's going to do a stage show, a free stage show. He's also going to do some specialty dinners for us. He'll do a cooking demonstration, and he'll also do a meet and greet. So we're extremely happy to be bringing Robert to town and his culinary expertise and offering that to our Toledo community. And like I said, talk about a great guy and lots of fun. So hopefully he could give me some exercise advice and some cooking advice at the same time. And he'll be coming to town. So I think this is the first time we're actually releasing that information. So congratulations, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy that. But that's just a look at what we try to do. We really try to bring things to our Toledo community, new and exciting, because of, you saw earlier the video of our company is very large, and we're the largest regional operator of casinos in the country now. So we're extremely proud to be able to leverage that and try to make it exciting here in Toledo and to provide our community with some amazing things to do. So thank you so much for having us be part of the community. And I tell you what, you see I've moved around a lot. Toledo is a great place to be, and it's been so welcoming to me on a personal level, myself, my family, and I can't think of a better place to be and operate in. So thank you very much, and if anybody has any questions, feel free.
How do you go from a chemistry degree to operating a casino?
You know, that's a great question. My poor mother, you know, all these years of studying chemistry. So I actually, you know, coming out of Dartmouth, my first job, I actually was a research chemist. So I used to put on a lab coat every day. And at the time, I was actually working on novel antibacterials. So we were trying to discover the latest and greatest antibiotic at the time. And I put on my lab coat and mixed chemicals. It was, now thinking about it, I'm like, it's kind of comical, but that's what I did every single day. But after, you know, doing that for a while, I decided that, you know, I wanted to go into management. And from there, after getting my MBA, I was recruited by Caesars. And a funny story, you know, it took me a while, and I had met a recruiter. And one day, I just said, you know what, let me give this person a call. And I called the recruiter at the time, and I said, hey, you might not remember me. My name is Justin Carter. And she was like, the science dude. And I was like, yeah, that's me. And the rest is history. So I think my background made it funny. I don't know if they had some side wagers that they could convert this chemist to a casino operator. But I joined that company in an executive development capacity. and I haven't looked back. Talk about, it's been very exciting. That's the one thing about chemistry, you know, and especially as I went to management in that business, there's no room to be clever. So you don't want somebody, you know, taking a wing on some of the drugs that you're going to be putting into your body. So as you can imagine, it's the same thing every day. And now, goodness gracious, there's no telling what's going to happen when I go to work, you know, whether it's running out of crab legs or Mark's running into my office, something weird happened with the P&L, our accountants are coming to work. You know, it's unbelievable. So that's how it happened. It's still funny to me.
I have a question, if no one else does. The casinos are very responsible with advertising about problem gambling, and that's very admirable. How exactly does that work in Ohio? Is each state different with how the casino cooperates with that and works with those problems?
That's a fantastic question. So you're absolutely right. Every state is different. So every state where gambling is legal really has their own approach to problem gambling, but it's always a huge tenet of our business because foundationally we want people to game responsibly. So whether it's the initiatives that we launch to ensure that if you do have a problem, we have people that are trained to identify those things and approach people and to help them. And whether it be instituting, whether it be a ban on yourself or whether it be cool-off periods, we turn to these professionals in our business to help people along because at the end of the day, we're an entertainment venue. And so we want people to come, have a great time. We want it to be just like a movie, so whether you pay your $20 and probably your $50 for popcorn and candy like I do, we want it to be entertainment or like going shopping. You don't go shopping with an unlimited wallet unless you're my fiance. So we really want you to be able to go have fun and feel good going home, win or lose. So we have people that are trained in that, and every state has different programs. So Ohio has a very robust responsible gaming program where you could institute bans, whether it be for a year or whether it be lifetime, and we help facilitate those things for people in need. Great question.
Yes. Oh, you got another. Go ahead.
Oh, sure.
Justin, Bob Savage, good to see you again.
Hey, Bob.
The development across the street, and I don't know that Penn Gaming is really involved in any of that, but the city of Rossford's been planning, and I think with other partners around here. What's any update on that or any insight to it?
No, that's great, Bob. Great question. So what Bob is referring to is for many years, and you can see me, I've only been here about 7 months, but I'm starting to speak like a true Toledoan here. But they've the city of Rossford, and credit to Mayor Neil McKinnon, he's worked really hard to try to make a vision of an entertainment complex in Rossford happen. So one of the things that's been on the board was the property directly across the street from the casino. How can that transform into an entertainment complex, whether that be hotels, whether that be concert venues, food, things like that. So we are working really hard with the city of Rossford on that project, and it's starting to really take shape. And so not too much to report on it, but it's very much alive and well. And of course, we want to do everything in our powers to make something like that happen, because we look at the future for what our business is going to be, what the area is going to be, and anything, and whether it be Toledo, surrounding community, approximate to the casino, that's going to increase the cachet and give people a reason to come to Toledo, to come to Rossford, to get off on I-75. We want to be a part of. So we're definitely working very closely with them, and hopefully, in the next couple of years, we can make this thing come to fruition. No, thank you. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin, for today's great program and enlightening us about the casino and Penn National and everything you do. To show our appreciation, our Toledo Rotary Foundation will be contributing to the Rotary International Polio Plus Fund in your name. And we also have this book about historical tales of Toledo, so you can learn a little bit more about the history of our town.
Very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Please join us next week for Tyrone Bledsoe, who founded and leads the Student African American Brotherhood. Following today's program, the new member committee will meet in the North Cape room. Welcome again, Sarah and Matt. Great to have you. And Shireen and Kathy, thank you for introducing our new members today. I hate to give Chuck this much time. I hesitate, but who knows what he might do. But here he is, past president Chuck Mahan.
I've got, a half an hour? In honor of Father's Day, and the fathers in the room, and those of us who have fathers, the 10 things that the father of, we had 2 sons, 3 years apart, and these are the 10 things that the father of 2 small boys know. Number 1, a king-sized waterbed holds enough water to fill a 2,000 square foot house 4 inches deep. Number 2, when you hear the toilet flush and the words, uh-oh, it's already too late. Number 3, the words Play-Doh and microwave should not be used in the same sentence. Number 4, super glue is forever. Number 5, garbage bags do not make good parachutes. Number 6, you probably do not want to know what that smell is. Number 7, the fire department in Toledo has a 5-minute response time. Number 8, the spin cycle on a washing machine does not make earthworms dizzy. Number 9, however, it will make cats dizzy. And number 10, cats throw up twice their body weight when dizzy.
Thank you, Chuck. Well, I guess we're happy to give you an extra 15 minutes of your day today for a very efficient program. I hope that you all continue to be servants out there so we can be the inspiration. We will see you next week. We are adjourned.
Okay.